Hello all, it is July here, yes the month and my name. I'm going to be attempting the Galaxy pour again. My first attempt, I can grab it here. This one did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to try it again with a little bit of a different technique. I did not have black in my last one. I just used the darkest purple that I had, which was not correct. I think I really needed the black in it because the painting ended up being mostly purple. I have put a couple of drops of the coconut milk serum, hair serum, in every other color that I'm pouring into the cup. I've also added a couple of drops of Liquitex pouring medium, as well as my normal pouring medium of the Floetrol. I will list all the colors and the ratios below, and let's see if I can create a galaxy. So, from what everyone else does, they just pour their paints in the cup. It's kind of like a dirty pour, which means just throwing the paint in. I did not put any of the silicone in the black. I haven't really measured each cup. I'm thinking it's about an ounce for each color. Let's see if I can get any more out of this one. It's probably gonna turn into mud, but that's okay. Because if you don't like what you've created, you can always do whatever people do and reuse the canvas. I'm not quite sure what they do. Maybe they sand it, or they just put white down and redo it. So this one has the silicone, and I only stirred it a couple of times, so I didn't want to mix it too much. I think that was my problem with the last one, was mixing a little too much. You know, there are some YouTubers that have obviously been doing it a while, and they know what they're doing, and they do experiments, and they always turn out quite nice. Whereas this is I think this is my 10th pour ever. It's not a challenge, just really want the galaxy. Now I could have done 2 layers of each color, but I think I'm just gonna throw it all in. This is a neon blue. I haven't tried this color yet, and it does fluoresce. I've got a UV light here. Definitely fluoresces, which is really cool. One day, when I'm rich and famous, I'll have all my paintings on my mansion walls and have UV lights everywhere. Right, that's the dream. My dream would be to live in a hut on the beach, just walking along the beach all day long and painting. All right, this one is the magenta. This one has the silicone in it. I'm not really sure what density everybody is using for their galaxy pores. I'm just using, you know, like everyone says, warmed honey for the consistency. I'm not sure if the galaxy pores are technically like thinned out a little bit more for the paint. What I'd like to do is have some cells pop up. This is, I've never used this one alone, but this is the Extreme Glitter by FolkArt. This one, I usually add a little bit to my silver, and then I never see it again. So this one is getting its own cup. Instead of using white, I'll use that because it does have a little bit of a gray tinge to it. I don't know if that dries clear or not. We'll see. My last video when I did the other galaxy pour, I don't think I had I don't think I talked in it. I had the music playing on the radio. I think that's been my problem. The two paintings I've done with just listening to the radio, they didn't turn out quite well. You can't choose what's on the radio. And they weren't the best of songs. All right, my neon pink. So we're at about 5 ounces right now. It might be too much for this canvas size. And I can't remember what it is. I think it's 16 by 12. I do have a few larger canvases, but until I can perfect what I'm doing, I don't want to waste the large canvases. All right. Oops. Getting messy already. I don't think I have any black left, but it looks like it could use a little bit of black. Which might be a mistake, but you never know. Ooh, that scraping sound. Some people might love it, some people might hate it. I really don't care. If you love it, great, because I've got plenty of the scraping sound. I sound a little nasally right now. I think I don't want to say I'm catching a cold because I loathe colds. I can't even speak properly. But my throat's been sore the last couple days. I went to the fair on the weekend, so that would have been the perfect contamination spot. But I've been taking my oregano oil and vitamin C like a good girl. Okay, I have this this aqua color, which is really pretty. Hopefully this sore throat is just from we've had a really weird weather here. It's been a very wet summer. Normally it's, 30 Celsius. In July and August, we get a lot of 30-degree weather, which I don't know how people in the States put up with the extreme heat. I don't have an AC, and the airflow in my home is not that great. So it went from one day of extreme heat to there was 6,000 lightning strikes the other night. And I could sit out back on my porch and watch them coming in from the south. It was crazy. We got a lot of wind and lightning strikes. I have a lot of mature trees in the back because I'm on a bike path. So the trees are 40 years old. I'm living in the neighborhood I grew up in. Like when I was 7, my dad built a house just up the road. Of course, he didn't stay there, but not far from it. So a lot of tree branches have fallen along the bike path. It was a pretty wicked show. And this is the silver. This silver has a bit of the extreme glitter in it. Just because I like glitter. Maybe could have been a little bit thicker to fall. I don't know. I'm assuming heavier paint will fall and the lighter paint will float. Like a mad scientist. And we're at about 8.5 ounces of paint in this 10-ounce cup. I might have had a little less or a little more in the last. I'm gonna try to move this over here, else these cups are going to fall. All right, one more color, and then that is it. And I've got this beautiful color shift. My bottle that I pre-mixed is halfway done. Out of 10 paintings, I think I've used them in all of them. And I never see it in the paintings. So I'm either making it too thick or too thin. It's getting lost somewhere. But right now, a bottle of the color shift is 17 something on Amazon.ca, which I'm sure it fluctuates. I've heard that if you clear your cookies, you'll get cheaper prices, which I haven't tested out yet. I would love to try the other color shift paints. All right, that is it. So I think it's close to 8.5, 9 ounces of paint. Now, I don't know if you can see that mixed. It's really nice. Ooh, this is the scary part. Okay, stick that down. Try to center it. Once I flip it, I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute. You can fast forward if you'd like, or just wait for the magic to happen. Now is the time for my gloves. And I did buy some better gloves than a couple of videos ago. I think, well, no, a couple of videos ago I did bare hands, which was pretty messy. I think 3 videos ago I had really, really cheap gloves that sounded like the plastic bags you put your fruit in. Alright, I did make a corner catcher because I think some people catch the paint when it's rolling to keep the cells. So I'm going to try that this time. I've done it a couple times on other paintings, which I think turned out pretty nice. I have a few favorites so far. I think the first and the third in the July challenge were my favorites. And the June challenge, I really liked the third one, which was more purple and orange. Had a lot of veining, which was really nice because there was one part that was black veining or dark purple, it's hard to tell. And then there was a lot of light purple in the medium purple in veins, so it was really nice. I did grab a pin because I've seen people poke it and it helps it flow. Get that black to go down a bit. I can't even poke a hole in this. I know, I've seen people do the sides, so maybe that side is easier. Yeah, less plastic. There we go. Whee! Ooh, it's getting away. I already like the cells that have come up. There goes the neon pink. Nice. Of course, all the sparkly stuff is in the one area. And it's probably way too much paint again. I'm not sure how thick people are leaving their paint on their canvas. I would think if you leave it too thick that you would get some cracking when it's drying, which I would not want to happen. So I tend to run off a lot of the paint. This, however, I might try to keep the cells and not overdo the stretching and getting rid of the paint. So hopefully once it dries, it will not crack. Okay. What do you think? Should I lift it? Let's see. Well, it looks like a little galaxy now, but once I start moving it around, who knows, right? Let's see what I can do here. Just move this chair back. That's nice. Come this way. I did not check to see if it was level, and I don't think it was. Well, I really like that neon blue that was stuck by the black. It's pretty. I see some eyeballs in there. see what I can do here. I want to start. Sorry, I still need better lighting. I'm working on it. I really love these cells at the bottom here. And hopefully I don't lose them. I do see the sparkles on top of other colors, so that's a good sign. Is overpowering. I did have quite a few colors. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 colors. Should try it with less, but I love colors. Still not getting the best cells. Ideal cell would have 2 or 3 colors in a circle. Let's see. Well, if I see some more cells popping up, I still think I have too much black. That's out of shot. Oh yeah, now I've got some black off. It's creating some colors underneath, which is really nice. Not quite a galaxy. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. I can see the sparkles, almost like a layer of it on top. I think I'm getting close to the end. Like that. Just gonna torch one more time after I wipe paint off my gloves. Let's see. Definitely different. Better than the last one, I think. And hopefully it dries nicely. Get one more torch here. Oops. anything new coming up that I can see. My fingers, make sure there's no paint on them. Let's see here. That's a long video again. Eyeballs in there. Little heart. Thank you all for watching. If you've liked this video, please like it and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for when I put out another video. I'll post pictures of this once it's dried and check out and see if it UVs. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Right.